Chapter 13, Episode 4. Zara and Suzanna were invited to a party. It promised to be a big party. The older students from school, Brian's friends and friends of friends. Maybe older college boys, with cocaine. It was one of the benefits of being rich. Good cocaine and plenty of it. But maybe not. Brian's friends were mostly geeky pot smokers who loved talking about the universe and political madness. And playing games. Game theory. Most of them liked running. They didn't run so much because they loved running. They just knew if they exercised and ate real food, their geeky brains worked even better. A nutty lot. Sarah liked most of them because Brian did, but didn't talk to many of them. Sarah was reluctant to go to the party. She didn't say so. She knew Suzanna wanted to party with some friends. Suzanna had other friends. Sarah didn't. Suzanna was her only friend. All the girls from the basketball team would be there. Sarah could talk to them. But they often talked about some dilemmas one of them or a friend of theirs or someone they knew was having with his or her boyfriend or girlfriend, and the conversation would stick there. Boring. To make it more unattractive for Sarah, she didn't enjoy being around drunken people. Sarah was also concerned about controlling her own actions if someone irritated her at the party. Sarah wasn't her old self. Her new self had a new friend and lover. Some things didn't mean the same thing as they had. The humans called it love. She knew that. She didn't know why it was different than the love she had for her parents, for her grandmother. She didn't know why it confused her with Suzanna. She wanted to smash and or rip apart someone. Almost anyone would do. But not someone from the school. They weren't on the menu. Sarah and Suzanna walked up the street with big houses. The kind of street where you knew you were being watched by people behind curtains. Every house was immaculate. Lawns were kept by professionals. Car owners didn't clean their cars on Saturday. They didn't clean anything. There were people for that. The street had big trees. Sidewalks were lit. There was a few middle-aged humans walking dogs. What a sorry creature. Suzanna turned around to take a look at the animal Sarah had referred to. A little dog. She wondered about the breeding process, but not why. That too was variable. She was a scientist. How was the question? She thought the dog was cute, but didn't say so. It's a bit weird out here, like werewolves and vampires could be lurking in the shadows. There weren't too many shadows for monsters to hide in. Everything was manicured so that there were few large shadows. The house they wanted was easy to spot. Cars filled the drive and a good part of the street. The sound of the party made it out to the street. Looks like a lot of people came. Do you want to meet outside every hour or two? Sarah laughed. The house was big. Finding someone could be a timely occupation. Sure, I'll text you. If you need help defending yourself, call me. Okay, Wonder Woman. Let's see what happens. The house was full. Many were already on their way to being drunk. Some were playing in the pool. There was a barbecue and a banquet table. The party was served by a small staff. The food was catered. It was the 18th birthday of the host, Brains, as his friends called him. Brian's parents were rich. Hey, Brains. Hey, Susie, what happened to Sarah? I thought you said you'd bring the Amazon woman. I did. Don't know. Lost her coming through the house. Think some guy is hitting on her. You aren't jealous? Why would I be jealous? Brian could only assume they were lovers. Without a confirmation, he couldn't know. He couldn't imagine being either one of them and not wanting sex with the other. He knew that was his male brain making sense, but still, they seemed to be a pair. There had been a development in their cordiality. The food is great. Are you hungry? No, maybe later. Then a drink? Sure. What do you recommend? I don't know much about drinks. I recommend you smoke a joint with me if you aren't a drinker. Suzanna waited to respond. I support your recommendation. You had to think about it though. I was just thinking when I last smoked. When was that? Back when I was younger. Obviously. Not that long ago, with my brother. That's cool. Yeah, sure, smoking in his bedroom, blowing smoke out the window. I'm serious. I wish I had a little sister that wanted to hang out with me sometimes and smoke a joint. Never stopped to think about it that way. Even a shitty sibling is more fun than no sibling, says the guy that has none. Okay, no one needs shitty people. Maybe other shitty people do. They would need them to hang out with. You can make a shitty people religion, Brains. I couldn't. I'm a man of reason, just like you. We must pursue truth. It is our calling. We are out to make reason rule. Our ancestors have nearly destroyed the planet with their God-given shitty entitlements. Suzanna smiled. Brains could get genuinely angry when he talked about the morons running the farcical show. He could be sent into a rage at the mention of the news coverage of the country's representative, the clown. They had often slipped into talking about the malicious criminal companies that really ran the government. They both loved the Tesla guy. SpaceX was over the top cool. They both loved science. Brian was a mathematical genius. He practiced every day. He loved it. Loved how it helped explain the universe. They were friends by default. And he, like Suzanna, loved Sarah. What's that? Made from oranges. Not so much alcohol in it. This is a special drink with a joint drink. Best thing, as far as my research has taken me. More hash, less alcohol, if you want to stay healthy. Okay, I'm serious. I know that. Brains gave the concoction of fruit, ice, and alcohol a good mixing in the blender and shared the results into 2 large glasses. It's a bit like a frozen margarita or let's say fruit cocktail. Brains fruit cocktail. Try it. Suzanna took the glass and tried it while Brains waited in overdone but sweet anticipation. Perfect. Great. Now we are set to smoke a joint. I know a fine place to smoke. Shall we?